Hey guys, my name is Julie.
My name is Yu Xiao.
Awesome, and we are married. We wanted to start a channel together. We've been talking about it for many, many years at this point, and I've just been really nervous. Sitting in front of a camera is a little awkward sometimes, but Yu Xiao really pushed me to let's get over that and just do it. So we wanted to start a channel to just kind of talk about. Okay, I thought he had something to say. Just talk about, things that we're doing, hikes that we go on. We go on motorcycle rides. Some more contentious topics, I guess, like political things going on, current events, not even just political, but talk about things happening not just in the US, but also things happening in China. Because Yu Xiao was born and raised in China, so he has a perspective from growing up over there, and I bring a perspective from growing up over here, so we thought that could be some interesting things to talk about on this channel as well.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be interesting for us to talk about it, especially compare between China and the US. I know that our view does not align with the mainstream media's view, so I hope it can bring in a new perspective for people. And I think it's going to be fun.
I think so too. So a little bit of, I guess, background information on us. So I'm 24 and Yu Xiao is 26, and we met in college on the first day of classes, which was love at first sight, I would say.
Yeah, we don't have to make this, whole romantic series.
No, I know, but just some background information.
Okay.
So we met then, and we've been married for 3 years now, and we have our dog Tang Yuan. He is 6. Just a little biography.
Hiding his face.
He's a little camera shy. He's hiding his face a little bit. Tang Yuan. There he is. But we've had him the whole time we've been together. So we've been together for 6 years total, but married for 3. And this is our dog, Tang Yuan. He is 6 years old. We've had him the whole time we've been together. And we love to take him on, hikes that we do. And we're trying to figure out a way to get him on the motorcycle with us because he's a little big without getting a little sidecar. But yeah, and some things we like. So I've mentioned, we go on hikes together with him, which is some of the things we want to post on here is some hiking videos that we've taken, maybe some of the trips that we've done already. We've been to South Dakota and to Custer State Park, which was really awesome. And they had some nice hiking, and we got to see the buffaloes and all that kind of stuff where you drive around and you can see them. So we've done that, and we've been riding motorcycles for a couple of years now. So we have some videos that we want to post of just some rides that we do. We don't usually go anywhere specific. We just like to get out and just drive the scenic routes if it's a nice day and just go out. Maybe we'll stop to eat somewhere. It all depends. Mm-hmm. So we want to do some current event stuff on here. Some, could be political from the US. It could be current events from China. Or we want to definitely talk about just differences and similarities between the two countries, because there is a lot of media on China or on the US, and we want to kind of deep dive into if the media portrays things the way they are, they actually are, or are they kind of, twisting the narrative a little bit, I guess.
Mm-hmm. As today, the news is that the government is still shut down. It's been, over 3 weeks now? Maybe a little
Something
longer
like
than
that.
that.
Yeah.
And there is no King's Parade that's happening again. And it already happened before. And people are coming out and speaking their voice again.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of the response to the No Kings protest?
Whose response?
President Trump's response.
President Trump is a firm believer of First Amendment. So he obviously wouldn't do anything like sending out riot police to crack down on the protesters.
Oh, definitely not.
That's not gonna happen, okay? If that's what you're asking.
Well, he kind of did send people out to do that.
Fake news.
Oh, okay, I see. We're going that route. Okay. Well, for real though, what did you think about his little AI video that he posted?
Like we talked about this before, right? He is just overall a offensive person.
Yeah.
He doesn't hold back. That's what some people would say. He doesn't hold back, and he sometimes offend people. And I understand that you have this idea for what a standard president should look like, should act like, right? Should act like at least have some class,
Right.
Right. But nonetheless, he didn't break a law. I don't think he broke a law. I think is gonna be covered under the freedom of speech.
Well, yeah, it is, but I'm more focusing on like the tone of it, I guess. Like obviously you can say what you want to say as long as it's not like inciting harm or violence to somebody or a group of people.
You should introduce really what happened.
So yeah, Trump's response to the No Kings protest was interesting, if I had to pick a word. And if anybody watching hasn't seen it, it was an AI video of Trump in a fighter jet, like a F1 fighter jet or whatever they're called, and he was wearing a crown. And it said King Trump on the side, and he was dumping poop onto the protesters in the streets. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I just was like more curious. Obviously, you can say what you want to say if you're not inciting violence or anything like that. And he definitely has the freedom to post that video, but I feel like it sets the tone for how he thinks about the U.S. citizens that he runs the U.S. Like, there's been other presidents that people clearly didn't like them. Bush. And things like that, if I had to name one person. But I feel like there's, like you said, a class that should be in that office, or like the way that you present yourself, at least, even if behind closed doors you talk crap about the people, but in front of the people or in front of the cameras and stuff, you kind of have like a united front with them, even if they don't agree with what your policies are or what your decisions are.
Yeah. There's not much more I can add to that.
Okay. That's just my quick thoughts on it and stuff like that, because I mean, it is funny a little bit. Trump has never been a boring person to see on TV or to see on anything.
He's not.
He's definitely, like, I guess made for TV. That's why he had his TV show. But behind that, I like to think about it's funny to see or it's funny to look at, but, like, what is it actually showing about him as a person or him as a leader, if not as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So
you gotta stop attacking our president. This is just ridiculous.
I'm sorry, these are all for jokes and giggles.
You're like, hey, let's talk about some news. Guys, our president sucks. That's the news.
I think, but it's a current event, okay? I'm giving my opinion via the First Amendment to talk about it, but we'll see how things go. I mean, just because people make bad decisions now doesn't mean they can't make better ones in the future.
Yes, you have to root for him. That's right. You have to have faith.
I think that's a long way from where I'm at now, but I can hope. Mm-hmm. I can hope that in the future. Yeah. But yeah, we saw that because we live near a bigger city, so we saw some of the people protesting it. So that's why we wanted to bring it up today, because we were out and about and saw people with the signs and everything like that while we were down in the downtown area. So
yeah, and I just think that is good that people are still allowed to protest in this country. Mm-hmm. Protesting is a very essential part of democracy, of the social system. It gave people a way to deal with problems that current system cannot deal with, just to voice that concern. Otherwise, without that, people have no way of voicing, and it would just drive more division.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I couldn't have said that one better myself. No, we want to talk about things going on in China, like we mentioned earlier. So, Yushao actually has something to talk about that he's seen, and he's going to kind of educate me a little bit more on it because I've just heard briefly about it, but I don't know anything like too in depth. So,
Well, I would never speak against Chinese nor U.S. government, just to be clear. So what I'm about to read here is from ChatGPT. Okay. Just disclaimer. It says, in the early October, China's authorities launched a campaign to purge negative emotions on social media, targeting contents deemed anxiety-inducing, defeatist, or critical. And that's the summary of that. So I heard about this. Well, where do I even start? I guess you can really start with a movement called 躺平. 躺平is a verb, just laying flat. He's pretty flat. He's 躺平.
okay.
Yeah. So some years ago, so there's lots of pressure in Chinese society, obviously, because the competition is very intense. You're always competing with each other. You're competing in elementary school for a better middle school, and competing in middle school for a better high school, then college. After college is you're competing with people who can get a more stable job, and then you have to have the three essentials to get married: a car, a house, and savings.
Yep.
So it really puts a lot of pressure on people, obviously, just listen to all this.
Right.
And a lot of people started to basically rejecting what the social norm is, which is getting married, work extra hard, save as much as you can. They now kind of practice a minimalistic kind of style of living. So I'll give you an example. Some southern Chinese city, they have a job market that's known with hiring people for jobs as pays for the day. So you go there, you get a job for the day, and they pay you at the end of the day. It's all very random. It could be something like a hotel just got contracted for a big banquet, and they need people passing the plates.
Gotcha.
Or it could be somewhere they need extra security guard for however long. It's just random gigs I would pay you at the end of the day. And this market is called Sanhe market. Anyways, so this happened a couple years ago, and there were lots of young people there who would work for one day, and they would make like maybe 200 yuan. I don't know, just little amount.
Right.
Instead of saving, they would live in this very, very cheap and run-down apartment building. It's not even an apartment, it's just a studio, if you will. It's rough, but it's cheap. It's cheap to the point it's like 20 yuan per day or something.
Okay.
Like, it's very cheap, so they would work for one day, and they would 躺平, which is just live in the cheapest condition they can and eat the cheapest food they can, and just go online or just playing games, stuff like that. Not very productive in government's eyes.
Okay.
So that's what's a negative emotion is about. So you see how this ties back to the negative emotion. The government doesn't want the society to 躺平. The government
Right.
wants you to work really hard, wants you to work hard, raise a family, spend more money, drive the economy crazy through the roof, that's better. Like if you can work 24 hours a day, well, maybe 23 hours, so you have 1 hour to shop and buy stuff, so drive the economy insane. The government probably would love for you to do that. That's a little bit of what I can tell you right now about negative emotion.
Right. So they're trying to like cut down on the tongue beam,
Yes, so
and that's kind of
an example would be like there are essentially Chinese version of YouTubers or TikTokers that film their daily lives, like my lay flat life, right?
Gotcha,
Like it would be
okay.
just people wake up at 6 p.m. and they go out to the street vendor and gets a bowl of ramen for like super cheap, then goes to the internet cafe for the whole night, then goes back to the cheapest studio he rented in the morning and just go doing this all over again next day. And what the heck? And Chinese government is actually banning some influencers account because they're purging the negative emotions, guys. They're purging them.
okay. That was interesting. I've heard very little about it. You've told me some of those like really small apartments and stuff or studios, but I haven't heard like the more in depth on it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely more to that, but that's what I can tell you right now.
Okay.
Or if the audience are interested enough, we can talk about it
Do a
more.
bit of video. Yeah, but that's kind of like a little dip into the pool, I guess, of what we want to do. And like we said, right now it's going to be whatever we want to post, just showing you guys kind of like either our opinions on things like this or, some hiking videos that we've done. We want to just be able to document this stuff. But if there's anything you guys are interested to see or like a topic you're interested in, we could definitely do something like that. But we just wanted to get this started because we've been talking about it for a long time and kind of see where the wind blows, where it takes us with people watching and stuff. So, yeah.
Where the wind blows.
Where the wind blows. So, yeah, that's it for this one, our first video. So oh, shit.
Oh shit.
But yeah, that's it for the first video that we're doing. Just kind of trying to introduce, give you guys a little taste, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.